Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Classic Combo. I'm your fucking host, James.
And you know I'm your fucking host, Nick.
We just recorded, or what we thought we recorded was 30 minutes of the podcast.
What we really recorded
Lo and behold,
was... Nothing!
Lo and behold, we fucking looked down at my Zoomy boy here, and it's just off. So the camera just fucking died mid podcast, man. We were talking about some good shit.
We had a nice little... We were talking about the good, and none of the not good. It was all a nice time, but none of you jerks get to see or hear any of it.
We might repeat some of it.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
So mark this, episode 7 was our first boo-boo.
We
had our first boo-boo. Not a big deal.
Yeah. Amazing that it took us 7 episodes to have a boo-boo, though.
Uh-huh. Yeah, everything
is going swimmingly.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm going to knock on that wood real quick, just in case.
Yep.
So let's start over, Nick.
Let's try it all again.
Nick, what have you been up to this week?
Well, rocking and rolling, doing my thing, as oft I am one to do. Been prepping a Dungeons and Dragons game that I'm gonna run for you and your wizardy wife and her frizzity friends. I'm very excited about that. It's my first experience DMing a game. I'm very, very excited about it. I told Levi and Matt about it on Monday, and they are both also very excited about it. I think it's going to be a really good time, and I know at the bare minimum, I will have fun. Which is,
at the end of the day, as long as Nick's having fun,
that's all we care about. That's all I care about. That's it. Is Nick having fun? Check yes or yes. Because I'm always having fun.
See you next time.
See you on the next episode. Has it been... Okay.
Man, I can't believe we fucking recorded literally like half an hour.
Dude,
And I look down to see how much time we have left, and it's just fucking
It got biffed, bro. We straight up biffed that shit.
And then we went to see if where it stopped, and the fucking file's corrupt.
Oh man,
it says an invalid file.
Can't even listen back to see where it stopped.
Nope.
Zoomy boy.
So
you son of a gun.
Here we are, catching up again.
But yeah, just been working on little mini projects here and there. Been watching some TV, been listening to some podcasts, listened to the last episode that got released of our podcast, which at this time was episode 4. Listen back to that one. Great episode. Check that one out. Shout outs to Levi, shout outs to Ian, shout outs to Matthew Lillard. You know how it goes. You know the crew.
Yeah.
It'd be that way. I am almost done with the first season of the Adventure Zone. The first story, the first campaign. And boy howdy, did it get real crazy real fast.
Really?
Yeah, it was like, it's very goofball up until a certain point, and it spices in some of the like, oh, there's some crazy, mysterious shit happening in the background. And then the season that I just finished is like a fucking slap in the dick.
Oh, God.
Just, this shit is so much deeper than you ever thought. And now it's just like, this is a story about so much more than you thought.
Than just... Three brothers and the dad.
Yeah, dude, I'm living and loving that shit.
Dude, yeah. I mean, I watched a little bit of Here Be Goblins.
Here Be Gribblins.
Yeah, a little bit of that one. And I was enjoying it. It's just Critical Role takes over my life. And,
oh, yeah.
That shit's so good, man. If you've been enjoying that. I mean, granted, the McElroys, I feel are on the goofier side.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
I was actually talking to Jesse about it, and I was like, yeah, I've seen like a little bit of an episode of Critical Role, and I just enjoyed I just enjoyed the Adventure Zone a lot more. Like I feel
it's
like
more your speed.
Yeah. Thank you for noticing, because that was something that it took me a minute to realize is that it's very much the reason I'm having so much fun with it is because they're so goofy.
Yeah.
And like that's the shit I'm about is having a big goofball time.
You might check out Acquisitions Incorporated.
Oh yeah.
They're pretty goofball too. So it's essentially about this group of people. They start a business.
Sure.
Acquisitions Incorporated.
Of course.
They start an adventuring business, and people come and pay them money to do adventuring things.
Nice.
And I went and saw a live episode when I went to PAX this last
really?
September. Dude, I kid you not. I was fucking cry laughing. I was laughing
cool.
so fucking hard. There was this part where Chris Perkins, shout out, Chris Perkins, he asks everyone to start snapping, right?
Yeah.
And so the whole point is that they're trying to break into this vault at this bank, but you have to be a tiefling to start an account at the bank. And so they had the Holly Conrad is playing a tiefling named Strix. And so they're trying to get her to to start an account so they can break into this vault and do whatever it is they need to do. So like the old tiefling bank lady is like, so everyone starts snapping their fingers in the audience, and he starts singing this little song about the bank. It's essentially an ad for this fucking bank or whatever. And at one point, Holly Conrad's character goes, "I don't have any money." And then he's like going, and then suddenly he's like, "Stop!" What? And they're all like staring at him. He's like, "Roll initiative."
Man, come on.
And they start fighting right there, dude. It was
Jesus.
Man, it was so funny. So funny.
Man,
so
sick.
yeah, I might try that one. Might try Acquisitions Incorporated.
Might have to do
It's
that.
super goofball and really funny.
Man, shout outs to Scott Perkins.
Chris Perkins.
Chris Perkins.
He
Shout out
works,
to Chris Perkins. Shout out to Griffin McElroy.
Shout out Holly Conrad.
Shout outs to all the internet Dungeons and Dragons people.
That's right.
Shout out to Matt Mercer and
my boy Matt Mercer. God, I just want to hug that man.
Dude, I want him to voice Crom for the rest of my life. And other characters that Jotaro Kujo. Give me that good shit all day long. I think he's the voice of Jotaro.
One of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Ordo.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
I don't even watch JoJo, and I know that.
God, it's so good.
Yeah, one time he tweeted, someone asked him if he had to do each one of those, or if they just had like...
Him do one, and then
yeah. No, he had to do
together.
each one.
I love that shit.
Yeah, so...
Oh, man. Yeah, bumping and grinding, you know how it is. James.
Bumping and grinding.
James, tell me about your Wisdy week.
My week.
For the second time.
Well, I got a promotion.
Yes.
So I'll get to work daytime now.
So good.
Which is the good shit. I'll be able to do stuff I used to do back when I didn't work. Because apparently ever since I started working, I've just worked swing shift. Seriously, since I started working at the movie theater.
Yeah. It's just like...
It's been like, let's see, 4 years of swing shift.
Jesus.
Yeah. So finally I'll get to be a normal person again.
Wow.
I'll get to do plays if I want to. I can do my wife.
We get a second shot. At how was your week? And I'll get
to see my wife.
You'll get to see your wife. Shout outs to Nikki.
Nikki, I love you very much. I know you're not watching, and that's okay.
One day you might.
She won't. They're too long.
Oh, fair enough.
She can't even do like 10-minute videos.
Oh God,
they're a little too long. Well, no, that's not true. Well, there were. Oh yeah, some back when I was trying to be a YouTube gamer.
Oh yeah.
I had some like half-hour videos. They were too long for her, so I get it.
You should.
That's a long time to.
You should feed her episodes in 10-minute increments.
Oh God, that takes so long.
Yep.
We'd be doing it for the rest of our life.
Yeah. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, you would. Do you get it? Get it? That's one of the bits from the fucking 4th episode, and I for some reason I think that's really funny. It's like it's a penis joke. Get it? Do you get it?
Do you get it?
Is it a? Do you get it? It's a penis joke. It's a penis joke.
Got a promotion.
Yeah, James got his promotion. He gets to be a grown up.
I get to be a grown up again, or for the first time.
Work that 9 to 5. What a way to make a living.
Work that 6 to 2:30.
Close, yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I guess something I didn't mention in our first run through.
In the first half hour, first go around.
In our practice cast, Nick and I went to a bar on Friday.
We did. Holy shit. I can't believe I forgot about that. Yeah. I was so ready to talk about it earlier this week.
Yeah, so there were some old choir friends who wanted to go to the bar. So Caleb and I met Nick and Jeremy and Kathy and Ashley and Shelby and Derek, and I guess he's not a choir friend, but he was there.
Yeah.
And Shelby's cousin and Kathy's boyfriend and a bunch of people we went to high school with were there. That was very strange.
Oh, yeah.
Like a lot.
Was it Corey and Cody?
Yeah,
and then
Corey, Cody,
your buddy Zach and Faith.
There was also people in Cordy's
in Corey and Cody's group.
Yeah, that we went to high school with. So that was so weird.
Yeah.
But we had a good time, man. We went and we sang a bunch of karaoke.
Oh yeah.
I sang Fuck Her Gently.
Oh god.
And Stacy's Mom.
Both those are my classics.
Those are my go-tos.
Oh yeah. Before you got there, I think it was before you got there. I sang Careless Whisper, which is my go-to. Mm-hmm. And then Jeremy and I sang Brandy by Looking Glass, and then Kathy and I sang Take on Me.
Yeah, that was a good time. And then
I hurt my voice.
And then we went to a 24-hour burrito shop.
And we got those 24-hour burritos. Oh man.
Yeah, and the 24-hour burritos, they called it that because that's how long you're feeling it.
I really like eating there.
Oh yeah.
Or like I love getting food there. But they do you dirty. They always end up doing you dirty. Like you can trust them as much as you want, and you can have like, oh, it was really good, and I didn't even shit my pants once. Don't worry, it's coming.
It's coming. Just delayed.
Yeah.
So that was the first time I had been out in so fucking long, dude.
Dude,
I didn't even
cool.
drink. I didn't have any drinks at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I had some Dr. Pepper.
Sponsor.
But yeah, man.
Dr. Pepper.
But yeah, man, we had a good time. We sang some karaoke, went to the burrito shop. What time? I think we got home at like
after 3.
Yeah, it was like 3:30 when I got home.
Yeah, it was. I made it home by 3:15. I think.
Yeah.
Around then.
No, I must have been home by 3. I think I went to bed in between 3:30 and 4.
Yeah.
Because I stayed up for a little while. Oh yeah. Yeah, I had to. I was doing an edit on the proof of concept for Tavern Brawl, and so I had to make sure that it was working because
cool.
Cut the computer issues.
That's gotta be important.
Yeah, so I went to bed around 4,
and
then got up at 8 for next day for gaming.
Oh yep.
Yeah. So
I remember Austin messaging the chat and being like, when we go, we're at gaming, and then at like, I don't even remember what time, hours after he sent the message, you were like 9:00. And I
said 9:00, and then he said today or tomorrow because it was like 4 a.m. when I sent it, and dude, I had I had typed out a message when I was like, just had woken up. Fucking the Crypt Keeper waking up. And apparently I'd never sent it. So when I went back to the chat later on that day, there was some jumbled fucking garbage. It was like today. It just didn't make any fucking sense.
Nice. That's the good shit I like to see.
Yeah, so I was pretty tired that day. I took a nap that day, actually.
We are going. I was like...
We are still recording.
We're still going.
We're good. We just put fresh lithium batteries in here. So
you gotta get that lithium ion, baby.
We should be good.
Sick.
And if we're not, then I'll chop my own penis off. On Facebook Live.
On Facebook Live? There are so many better live streaming services, James.
Well, That's where all my family is. So, and I'll say, you did this to me, Zoom.
Oh God. Sorry for the inconvenience. Is there anything we can do to help?
That's right. That's right.
Give me a new Zoom and also
a new penis.
Pay for surgery to reattach my peen.
Or a bigger one, actually. Thank you.
Pay for penis surgery.
Pay for my penis surgery.
Thank you.
This is an adult podcast.
Yep.
If you hadn't guessed, we're adults, and we talk about adult things, including penis and vagina, occasionally.
That's right.
Mostly penis. Because that's what guys do.
That's what we. It's what we know.
Yeah, you're right. It is what we know.
Yeah.
I saw this video the other day of some fucking Vikings somewhere had fucking like drew like in the grass.
Yeah.
Had like fucked the grass up and made big like giants with huge fucking dicks. And it's like, wow. We've been drawing dicks for that fucking long since fucking 800 fucking...
Wowie zowie, man.
Since the fucking 800s?
Jesus.
And longer, actually. Mm-hmm. Dude, you know cavemen were drawing little fucking peens.
Absolutely. They draw those stick figures, but boy, those stick figures had...
They got them peens.
They had other little lines on them. That
such a weird thing for us to do. Have I drawn dicks? Absolutely.
Absolutely, tootally.
Yeah. Many.
I've drawn my fair share.
In the steam, in the snow, on the paper.
I've drawn my fair share of penises.
Mm-hmm. It just happens.
Yep.
And that's just something we got to deal with.
Was it we were on your bachelor party camping trip, and then we did you and I were judging like a little sandcastle contest that the guys did, and then I
wasn't judging.
Oh yeah, it was you and Caleb, and then
Jeremy and Matt.
Shout out. Me and Bryce were judging it,
yeah.
And then I was like, you know what, late entry, and then I just took a stick and I just drew a penis in the sand, and me and Bryce were like, oh yeah, that's the winner. Like I just drew a fucking, I think I drew like a dick with a smiley face in the sand, and I was like, that's the real winner.
That's the one right there.
Oh, man. What a nice time. James.
What's up?
It's time for the questions,
Let's get to the questions.
We did the ka-chowp. We got the questions.
Yeah, I have a question this week.
Now we're talking.
Dude,
fuck that lost half hour. We got James's question today.
So we talked about it in the lost half hour. That's what it's going to be called from now on.
The lost 30?
The lost 30. Because it's gone forever.
Nice.
Well, I guess technically it's on video.
Maybe someday.
Hey, maybe if someone comes and mows my lawn, I'll show it to them. But we mentioned a little bit in the Lost 30.
Yes.
We mentioned a little bit just a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah.
Let's talk about anime.
Anime.
So I've been getting more into anime recently.
Ooh, the Japanese cartoons.
But what I want to know is, what are your favorite animes, and what qualifies a good anime for you?
Oh my gosh, what a good question, dude. Oh my gosh. God, that's a good question. Holy cow. Oh man, I think in anime, I really value, and I value this in most of my media, a good overarching story.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy episodic, like, oh, this happened in this episode, and that's its own thing. But then there's like a carryover, like something is going to, and I think I just value that in all of my media.
So you like it to be more linear,
yeah,
rather than each episode being contained.
Yeah. Well, so there's like a caveat to that where like I do like a contained episode,
sure,
but I think a background plot is something that is just good in storytelling, where it's like you can have fun without seeing every other episode of this thing, but there's. Yeah, SpongeBob.
The best anime ever.
Absolutely. But there's like a good overarching plot that happens as well. I really like My Hero Academia. It was one of my favorite animes. It's really, really fun and enjoyable thing. I like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That has that quality. Specifically, I really enjoy and I think Matt and Jesse and I have kind of argued over which part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is the best one, because they are both diehard Part 4 fans. Part 4 I really enjoy too. I think for the best episodic but with a linear story qualities, Part 3 is really good. I think for the linear story while still having like a realm of contained storytelling, My Hero Academia is really good because they have the overarching story of Midoriya wanting to be Midoriya is going to be the best hero or the greatest hero of all ever. And so that story is always overarching, but then it's like you get that tiny slice of life in every episode that's also like, but they're also like 14 or something. So I really like that. One cannot deny that the greatest anime of all time, however.
Oh, God.
I bet you thought I was going to say Cory in the House, didn't you?
I'm not sure what you're going to say.
You know, it could be anything. The greatest anime of all time is Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds.
Oh, God.
That's right. I'm a big fat Yu-Gi-Oh! Boy, and I cannot deny it.
You do love the Yu-Gi-Oh!
I do love the Yu-Gi-Oh! But I really like Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. It is a story of redemption without anyone really being redeemed at all. Because Matt and I were talking about it, and in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, so the main character, Yusei, normally there's like a part in Yu-Gi-Oh! Series where the protagonist loses, and it's kind of earth-shattering to their character in some ways, and it forces them to develop in a new way. And we found out, or we discovered, Yusei just doesn't lose at all. He doesn't lose in the whole series, not even once.
That's insane.
It's so crazy.
You gotta have the hero has to have some sort of downfall.
Objectively, he has one of like, I think they like open up with his kind of like redemption. Okay. Because I think the idea is that prior to the series starting, he lost because in his backstory he has experienced like a lot of loss. Like in his backstory, you find out that his dad is responsible for like a big cataclysmic event, and him and so his buddies, his like Kaiba and Joey, Jack and Crow, they have a big like falling out situation, and like Crow gets like chased down by the law a lot. Like he gets quote arrested quite a bit because when you get like arrested by sector security, the police in Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, they put like these weird magnetic tattoos on your face. And so Crow has like these yellow lines and marks all over his face from how many times he's been caught by sector security.
Wow.
Yeah, Yusei has like one under his eye, I think, because he gets arrested at like the beginning of the series. But Crow gets fucked up by the police, and so they get separated like that. But Jack becomes like the most famous duelist in like the rich people part of town. Okay. And so Jack like stole Stardust Dragon, which is Yusei's card, and I think that's like a downfall thing that he has. But then at the beginning of the series, he like keeps winning fucking duels, and then he duels Jack, and he wins, and he gets Stardust Dragon back, and then Jack is on a downward spiral of like, shit, I lost to my old friend Garbage Boy Yusei, who uses all the garbage cards. But despite the main character having almost no downfall, it's a good story, and it does follow that episodic formula where there are contained episodes with the overarching story going through it, and it's just a nice time. So Nick's favorite anime is Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds.
Excellent.
And that's why I like it so much. I actually really enjoy, because I know you've watched the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime.
Yeah,
you watch bits of it, right?
Yeah, I mean, when I was younger, it was like my favorite show, and I tried to rewatch it in my adult life.
It's hard. And
it's like, dude, I got to the episode where Yugi and Weevil duel, which is
the first one. Oh,
the first time.
God.
Yeah, not very far. Maybe 2, maybe 3 episodes in.
I think that's like episode 3 or 4. Yeah.
This was the formula. Haha. I have a card that's going to beat you. Oh, he's going to beat me. But wait, I have this card. And that was, but wait.
Yeah.
But wait. It's like, Jesus Christ.
It's all this waiting.
I can't handle it.
It's, God,
Just
it's so
banish him
fucking,
to the Shadow Realm already. God.
It is ridiculous. So it does get better. I promise it gets better in the first series of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
It doesn't start to get like very good for me until they get to the next arc, which is the Battle City arc, where they have the dual discs.
Yeah.
Because that's when they start to come close to following the real rules of the game. So it's easier to like track what's happening.
I played this water card and
I summon Dark Magician right now with no tributes.
My favorite ones, I understand the tributes now, but I didn't really care about them when I was younger.
Yeah.
What always made me fucking laugh though is when like they'd play like some sort of trap card or a card that gives them a boost to their attack, and it's like, and it's a water type monster, and this is a water spear, so it actually gains 6,000 attack. Duh! And the moon comes out when I play this card, and
Jesus Christ!
It's just like, what the fuck?
Oh man! So they made a they made a bunch of cards based off of the first series of Yu-Gi-Oh! To try and like canonize some of it. One of my favorite ones is, and I got this, there's a set called, I'm a real Yu-Gi-Oh nerd. Like I play the card game competitively a little bit. There's a spell card. I think it's a continuous spell called Attack the Moon with 2 exclamation points.
2!
And yeah. And it's, that's the shocking part about it. And it's Giant Soldier of Stone, and he's raising his sword up, and it's just pointing at the moon. And it's like, if you have a rock monster on your side of the field, give your opponent the middle finger. Like, it's just really silly, but yeah, I really like the Mako Tsunami stuff where it's just like, I have Umi on the field, and so now all of my water monsters are hidden under the sea,
so fucking
and you can't
stupid.
attack them at all.
So stupid.
It's so fucking funny. I love it, but I love Yu-Gi-Oh. James, tell me about your favorite animes, dude.
My favorite animes, man. So I'm really picky about anime.
Oh sure.
Style.
I'll watch any garbage.
Yeah, style is really, really the most important part to me.
Sure.
Typically, if there's any sort of that fucking weird 3D shit they do, I cannot watch it.
Okay.
It throws me into a fury. I get so fucking pissed off that I'm like, I fucking refuse to watch this.
James has destroyed 7 TVs in an effort to find the best anime.
There are certain points where I think it's okay if it's tastefully done. Attack on Titan, for example. Yes, am I mad that they used it for the Colossal Titan in the second season? Absolutely.
Okay.
It was traditional. It was traditional animation in the first season.
Yeah.
They could have just kept that.
Yeah.
Is it probably easier? I suppose in a way. But
hard to say.
Yeah. If I knew anything about animation, which I do a little bit, it is probably a little easier.
Sure.
But I understand why they do that. Right? Now, and I can stomach that. But if they had decided that they were just going to make some of the characters 3D, I would have been like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I've seen anime where they've, like, the characters shift from 2D to the weird 3D shit.
Sure.
And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? This is stupid. So style is really important. Artistic style.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to do Devilman Crybaby.
Oh, yeah.
That was a little, the animation was a little too weird for me.
Oh, okay.
The style was very, very strange.
Yeah, I've had real mixed reviews about that one.
Yeah, I mean, Jesse, shout out, says it's pretty good. But yeah, the art style wasn't my thing.
Very wacky.
Yeah. I also really like, I'm more of a serious anime person.
Sure.
I prefer a serious story, although My Hero Academia is really awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It's got a really great blend of serious to funny.
Serious to goof.
Same with, I've been watching that time I was reincarnated as a slime.
Yes, you've been talking about that.
Now that show is just goofy as hell, but it's very enjoyable. Yes. Very, very enjoyable. So yeah, my favorites would probably be My Hero. I really like Attack on Titan. And Berserk is one of my top boys.
Jeremy's been talking about shout out.
Yeah,
Jeremy's been talking about Berserk. I think every time I've seen him now for like the last 2 weeks, he's been like, "Hey man, have you seen Berserk?" and the last time he said it, he forgot that he asked me that, and then halfway through he was like, "I think I asked you that last Friday," and I was like, "You did."
Yeah. So he watched the new stuff with the god awful 3D animation.
Oh yeah.
Like, you could like the 3D animation,
sure,
and you'd still think it is so fucking bad, dude. Straight up, I saw a scene from it, and I was mortified at how bad it was.
Wow.
Like Guts, the main character, he was talking, and I was like my mouth dropped open. I was like,
yikes.
I can't believe they fucking whoever produced this was like, yeah, that's good.
Oh god,
that's good. Let's put it on fucking TV.
Jesus,
it's horrible. Yeah. So the old one from the 90s is very good.
Cool.
I need to rewatch it again. I've been trying to rewatch it for a while now, and I just keep falling off. I watched the first episode of Goblin Slayer the other day.
Oh yeah.
Now, I like dark.
Yeah, I've heard that show is like gnarly dark.
Yeah, I really like dark stuff. Like it's totally my jam. Dark fantasy, dark, violence doesn't really bother me too much. But yeah, dude, in this fucking first episode, it's like an adventuring party, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna go and kill some goblins. Anime pose."
Oh god.
And
okay.
It's like, okay. And then they get in there, and the fucking goblins start to slaughter and rape them. Actually fucking rape them. And I was like,
I did hear about that. Yeah.
I was so taken aback. I was like, they're gonna fucking rape that girl. And then they did, and I was
God.
I was like, what the fuck?
Oh god.
What the fuck? Yeah, that was a little too much for me.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Goblin Slayer.
I can't
shout out. Tone it down, brother.
Yeah. I can deal with the violence.
Yeah.
I really don't care about violence.
Sure.
But yeah, when you start adding the rape stuff, it's like, yeah, you could have just...
Man, you could have faded to black. You could have been like, man.
If it's that important to the story, you could just insinuate it.
Yeah.
You don't have to... It's just weird and creepy when you start showing it.
If you're using it as like a world-building tone tool, you don't really have to show it, I don't think. It's a lot. And we could just be fucking pansies. Who knows? That might just be like...
No, it's just... No, I think it's just like...
thing, but like, yeah, if you're using it for world building, I feel like you don't actually have to show that.
You don't have to show it. You can insinuate it.
Yeah.
And people get it. Mm-hmm. Needless to say, the goblins in this world are fucking horrifying evil monsters.
Wowie zowie.
That rape people. Okay. Yeah, so I haven't seen the second episode of that.
All right.
I've been trying to watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh, I like that one. It's a good one.
The first time I tried to watch it, I thought it was completely serious, and so I was really taken aback when
it gets goofy.
When it was goofy. Now that I get it, it's like, okay, I can handle this.
Oh yeah. Excellent anime. I love Full Metal Alchemist.
I also really like anime movies. Yeah. I don't know how much Studio Ghibli stuff you've seen.
Very little, surprisingly.
Oh man. Okay, so Princess Mononoke is probably my favorite anime thing ever.
Wow.
It is so incredible. The story is so fucking good, dude. And the way the Studio Ghibli movies always end, it's like a bittersweet thing. Yeah. Which makes me sad, but also happy. And that's, I think, the way you're supposed to feel.
All right.
So yeah, I actually have all the movies. So
why is that way?
So we'll watch them.
Nice.
It's pretty good. We actually watched them in the Lost 30, and
we watched all of James's Studio Ghibli movies in the Lost 30. It was incredible.
It was such an incredible episode.
We have right behind the camera here. You can't see it, but we actually have 12 TVs just like lined up around here, and we have all of them. We had all of them running at once on like.
Yeah, if you
double speed.
Yeah, if you just let your eyes kind of glaze over, you can watch them all at the same
Yeah,
time.
absolutely. Oh my gosh. I was talking to Ian, and Ian watches a lot of or I think he used to watch a lot of oh god, what is the YouTube channel? They watch and review movies a lot. I can't remember.
Red
Letter Media.
Yeah.
Red Letter Media. That's the one. Shout out Red Letter Media. But they watch and review movies, and they did this thing where they watched the first 3 Transformers movies side by side.
Oh,
like all three
just sat
TVs.
through
They
it.
each took one and was like,
Oh, okay.
but they were all right next to each other, and literally like in sequence, like the same events happened in like the first 2 movies.
Yeah.
Like Shia LaBeouf shouting, "Bumblebee! Optimus!" Like in sequence, like moments after each other.
Yeah.
It was astounding.
Yeah, I remember when I went and saw. I didn't see the first Transformers in theaters, but I saw Transformers 2 in theaters.
Yeah.
And I just remember thinking that was the same movie, but with better fight scenes.
Yeah. You know, it was.
It was the same. That's fucking 15-year-old me walking out of that was like, that was the same movie as the first one, but with better fight scenes.
Correct mundo.
Yeah. There. Have you ever seen those How It Should Have Ended videos?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they did one for Transformers 2, and my favorite fucking part is Optimus is like, "All right, guys, listen. When I say roll out, we all have to stick together. I don't want to be fighting a bunch of fucking Decepticons in the forest and turn around and you're all gone, sitting across the street watching me fight all these Decepticons, okay?
Oh, God.
All right, Autobots, roll out." And then later on when they revive him after his fight in the forest, he's like, "What did I say?"
He's like lying on the ground in Egypt, and they're like, "What is wrong with you? I had one instruction." God, that's so
fucking funny.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good shit.
Yeah, I haven't. So I saw Transformers 3, and I remember thinking it was actually better than 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's true. Or if younger me. I think the only part I really didn't like was the girl. The girl Decepticon.
Yeah,
that was
just
goofy.
the human woman.
Yeah, that was a little goofy. But other than that, I don't really. Oh yeah, my favorite part in the whole movie was when Shia LaBeouf is sitting inside Bumblebee, and they're driving down the street getting away from these Decepticons, and Bumblebee transforms.
Oh yeah,
and Shia LaBeouf does the Shia LaBeouf scream, and then like he transforms and he's like holding Sam Witwicky, and he's like fighting these Decepticons, and then he transforms back, and then it goes back to the quiet car where Shia LaBeouf is still doing his scream.
Yeah,
and it's like
that's good.
I liked it.
I'm a fan of Transformers 4.
I haven't seen it.
Come for the robot dinosaurs. Leave for the robot dinosaurs because they're at the end of the movie.
Yep. And doesn't he just ride Grimlock like a little bitch?
He does. Optimus rides Grimlock like a horse, like a fucking Tyrannosaurus horse.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Does Grimlock even talk?
Nope.
Oh God.
Oh no, he speaks like ancient Cybertronian.
Of course.
Because instead of being like Autobots that ended up on Earth way before all of the other ones and happened to use dinosaurs to disguise themselves.
Yeah.
They have been trapped on
the moon?
No, they've been trapped on this ship. The main robot, the main Cybertronian bad guy that is not he's like a bounty hunter for the creator of the Cybertronians. And he has had them like in a prison on his ship, and they get released when Mark Wahlberg breaks into the ship.
Gives him a cheeseburger.
Yeah, he gives him a cheeseburger
from his family.
From Wahlburgers. No, he gets like this weird sword, and oh no, that's the fifth one. Sorry,
they kind of all bleed together.
Yeah, they do bleed together. Yeah,
it's like there's a Autobot and a Decepticon.
But yeah, Mark Wahlberg saves them from the ship, and then they like land in the middle of like a field, like a mountain range field thing in China.
Okay.
And then Optimus fucking does like a display of dominance to Grimlock, and then he's like, "We go into battle." And then Optimus Prime gets on Grimlock and rides him like a fucking horse into battle against the bounty hunter guy and the U.S. military ?
God, they just get...
It's so fucking weird.
They just get so weird.
And then in the fifth one, they make Grimlock into like a glorified junkyard dog. He like lives in... Because the Transformers are all being hunted by the government in the fifth one, I guess. And so Mark Wahlberg is hiding Grimlock and the Autobots in his junkyard that he has. And so Grimlock just fucking eats cars. God. He just goes around and acts like a big fucking dog.
That's so fucking...
Grimlock is so cool.
It's so demeaning.
He's like the coolest Transformer.
It's offensive.
He's a T-Rex that transforms into a giant robot with a flaming sword.
Yeah.
And you're turning him into a horse and then a junkyard dog.
God, yeah.
That's some bullshit.
Michael Bay, what the fuck is your problem? Shout out.
Oh my God. Shout out Michael Bay.
Michael Bay.
Mark Wahlberg, Shia LaBeUff, Transformers, Robots in Disguise.
There we go.
Hasbro.
Hasbro, there it is. Yeah, so
Jesus.
Anyway, that's our Transformers
our
tangent,
Transformers
apparently.
Tangent, Jesus.
I will say this about Transformers on an ending note.
You got the touch. Dun, dun,
the thing I really liked about the first one
got the power.
is that all the Autobots and Decepticons had names.
Yeah.
And they were unique, and you knew who they were.
Oh, yeah.
And it was very important to the story. Then the second one comes out, and there's just a fuck ton of Decepticons.
You don't know.
There's just a fuck ton of Decepticons.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck's going on there? There's a bunch of new Autobots, and they don't ever really go into detail about them. And that's just how it is for the rest of the time.
So in the first Transformers
and all the cool ones slowly die off in each movie.
Yeah, that's okay. That makes me so. Now we're still on Transformers because that triggered me a little bit. So in the first Transformers movie, all of the Autobots and Decepticons were like they're like the real shit. Like they're from the original Transformers series. They're iconic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Ironhide, Ratchet. Jazz. They had all the cool shit. God, what was it? Megatron, Starscream, Soundwave.
Yeah.
All the shit. All the Decepticons. Barricade, I think, is the police car.
The police car.
They had all that cool shit, and then they had some of the cooler ones. They brought in Jetfire, who is one of my favorite Transformers in the second one. They had Jetfire. They had Sideswipe, yeah.
They added the racist ones.
Yeah. They added the racist ones, which start to be like they're like the new ones.
Yeah, they weren't part of the show, I don't think.
Yeah. And then in the third one, there was like almost none of they did Galvatron, which I think that's the third. They do Galvatron in the third one.
That's the old one?
No. Sentinel Prime. They bring in Sentinel Prime,
and he like betrays them, right?
That's like the big thing is that they slowly kill the original ones that you like, and so in the first one, sorry Transformers movie spoilers.
Yeah.
Check this out. Jazz. Megatron rips Jazz in half.
You
and
want a
you're
piece
like,
of me? No,
I want two pieces. And then it's like, oh my God.
Holy
and
fuck.
You're like, shit, not Jazz. He was the cool one.
They killed the black robot.
And then in the second one, they're like hunting some of the Transformers. And and they kill Ratchet.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, he's the ambulance one.
Yeah. They kill Ratchet, and then in the third one, Sentinel Prime shows up and fucks him, betrays him, and then kills Ironhide, the like last cool one besides Optimus and Bumblebee.
Yeah.
And You're just a motherfucker. Why?
What the fuck is your problem?
God, yeah, it sucks so much. And then the fourth one is where they introduce Galvatron, who is like a man-made transformer. But they like are making him by using the pieces of dead Megatron to create their own Transformers, and then so they make fucking new Megatron. And he sucks. He just sucks. He shows up for 5 minutes, kicks their asses for a bit, and then leaves.
Thank you.
And fucking sucks. And then in the fifth one and the fourth one, they do all the Dinobots dirty.
Yep.
It pisses me off to no end. If you want a good Transformers property, here it is. I'm like on my rage-induced...
He's on a soapbox.
I'm on like my fucking rage-induced Transformers soapbox. If you want a good Transformers property, go check out the games War of Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron. Fall of Cybertron is probably one of the best Transformers games I've ever played. Mm-hmm. It's like a third-person shooter kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you can transform on the fly.
Yeah,
it's
I think I know
cool.
which one you're talking about.
There's a whole thing where... so Grimlock is like a general for the Autobots, and he's on the front. Like the Autobots and the Decepticons are like in this big war over who claims Cybertron, and Cybertron is like being destroyed because of the war, and so the Autobots are like, we got to get the fuck out of here. The planet's falling apart, and the Decepticons are still just fucking them. And then they're like, at the beginning of the game, they're like, where's General Grimlock? Where the fuck is he? He's like gone. So Grimlock and his team have been like kidnapped by the Decepticons, and they get experimented on, and that's how they become the Dinobots.
I see. Okay.
And so Grimlock breaks out, and he's like, my brain is like, his brain essentially becomes the size of a T-Rex's brain.
Oh, God.
And so he like has lost all of his intelligence. He can barely remember what's going on. And so you take control of Grimlock breaking out of his Decepticon prison, and you're like a big robot, and you can't transform yet because you don't know what's going to happen. Like, he would become a vehicle, but he can't for some reason. He's like, I don't know what happened. And so you have to like try and find the Dinobots that you don't know are fucking dinosaurs yet, and he finds a couple of them, and you're like, gotta save friends, and he's like caveman speaking. And then after you get through the part where you're him as a robot, you get to a part where you're like, okay, I gotta transform, I gotta do something, I can't beat them like this, and he transforms into the T-Rex, and you're like, and then you take control of this fucking fire-breathing T-Rex, and it's so fucking cool. It's so fucking cool, man.
And Michael Bay makes him eat trash.
And Michael Bay makes him eat fucking broken cars and get ridden like a goddamn pony. Go watch the 1980s Transformers movie, because that movie's the shit, and its theme song kicks ass. That's my Transformers soapbox.
There it is.
I'm done now. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I got so angry.
Hey, man.
Hashtag this week, Transformers. Tell me what pisses you off about the Transformers movies.
Or if you haven't seen them, tell us your favorite Transformer.
Yeah, tell us about anything related to Transformers. Hashtag Transformers. Throw it at us.
Tweet us at James5 at Nick Leonard with no A.
This has been my Transformers soapbox. I think it's probably time for
the commercial. I forwarded you the commercial for this week.
Sicko.
Sicko. Bicko. Big
I get store credit for fucking TCG Player. Sorry, that's...
Hey, you got some in-store credit?
I got some store credit for TCGplayer.com.
That's great. You could buy Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh!
Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon or Vanguard or Dragon Ball Z, the card game.
That's the one.
Or any of those. It's got loose hair in my beard.
You got loose hair? You got hair in your hairy beard?
Yeah, that's right.
You fucking monster. All right.
Okay.
So, this week, here's our commercial for this week. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm James.
I'm Nick, and we would like to introduce you to Kraeble Murphy's Chicken Noodle Soup,
complete with all broth.
tapped directly from Yggdrasil, the world tree.
I'm sure you've heard of our other market stopping product by Kraeble. What the fuck? I'm sure you've heard of our other market-stopping product by Kraeble Murphy. Kraeble Murphy's home-style egg salad sandwich, complete with all broth.
Egg salad sandwich was so popular that Kraeble Murphy decided to create another world-breaking product.
Never feel sick again when you take a Sipple from the Nipple of Yggdrasil.
This chicken noodle soup will cure you of all your ailments, and to some, it may even let you look into the future.
That's why we know that this product is going to fly off the shelves faster than it can be ripped off the production lines.
So if you want your life to be better then start tasting. What the fuck? So if you want your life to be better, then start tasting better with chicken noodle soup, complete with all broth.
So come on down and get yours today.
Work on your grammar, Kraeble Murphy.
big thanks to Kraeble Murphy's chicken noodle soup, complete with all broth. Delicious,
nutritious,
and fictitious.
Check out Kraeble Murphy's egg salad sandwich and chicken noodle soup, both complete with all broth, at shop.combo.io.
.io. Or if you don't have internet, how are you watching this?
What the fuck?
Also, if you don't have internet, head on down to the World Tree.
Take a Sipple from the nipple.
Take a ride at Midgard.
Midgard
on the left,
Lane.
you'll see Alfheim.
Yeah.
On the right, you'll see Niflheim. You'll reach it eventually.
Maybe someday.
Once you reach the middle of all the realms.
Only then can you take a little Sipple from the nipple of the world tree of Yggdrasil. Good commercial, Caleb.
That was a good one. Thank you.
Nice
big thanks to the sponsor as always.
Thank you. Without you, we would just be another podcast.
Just another one talking about
Transformers.
fucking Transformers.
Transformers for what felt like eternity.
Yeah, I think we talked about Transformers for nearly half an hour. Actually, that's probably not true. Maybe 20 minutes.
I just went into a blind rage.
Yeah, dude. It's
let me fucking get into this.
Dude, okay. I loved Transformers so much. This is going to be so cringy. This is so fucking cringy, bro.
I'm ready.
On MySpace, you could change your name.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name was definitely Ironhide for a while. My name was Ratchet for a while.
That's right, it was. That's right, it was Ratchet.
Those were the only two, but
oh, baby.
yeah. So
feed me that cringe.
There's the cringe for you.
Tasty blue.
There's cringy fucking 7th grade James right there. Fucking making weird art on DeviantArt and naming himself fucking Ironhide on MySpace.
Tip that fucking fedora, son.
Dude, okay.
Man.
In 7th grade, man, I lived in Nevada, and I had like one friend, and this was right before I started doing plays.
Yeah.
So I started my very first play I did was Into the Woods in 7th grade.
Sure.
So this was right before then. I hung out with these fucking weebs, man.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't really even care about
hashtag shout out, hashtag Transformers, hashtag weebs.
Fuck, man, I didn't even give a shit about anime at the time.
Okay.
I really liked Final Fantasy X. That's probably as
That's
anime
an
as
anime.
it got. That's probably as anime as it got for me.
FF10, the anime.
And probably Princess Mononoke.
Yeah.
But fuck, man, these kids, they were such weebs. They all had fucking Naruto headbands. And they called themselves Naruto names.
Oh, yes.
And I had no fucking clue
They're
what was
so
going
cool.
on. But they were the people I hung out with at lunch because I didn't have anyone else.
Hell yeah. I bet they joined Team Naruto in Jump Force.
I'm sure. and then I started
The
doing
Rasengan.
and then I started doing the play. And I started hanging out with other people.
Maybe a good call.
Maybe. Otherwise,
the
I'd be a
worst.
fucking Naruto wearing. Dude, I'd have the fucking. I'd have a headband,
yeah.
Hidden Leaf or Hidden Mist.
Oh yeah.
Fucking who cares? Hidden Sand.
Oh yeah.
Hidden Penis. The Hidden Penis Village.
Dude. From the Hidden Peen Village.
I'd have fucking Rasengan, fucking contacts. I'd have the goofy fucking coats.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. You'd be part of the Akatsuki for sure. Dude, you get that black coat with the red clouds on it. Oh, God.
You know I got to get them fat
You'd
red
be
clouds.
The cool, dude, those fat red clouds.
You know I'd be anime
vape
running.
Nash.
Hashtag fat red clouds. Hashtag I run with my arms behind my back.
God damn.
Hashtag I dodged the weeb bullet.
You know what? I don't think any of us dodged the weeb bullet.
Yeah.
The weeb bullet comes for you eventually.
It does.
One day.
But at least I'm not dressing like that. So.
Hey, man.
Yeah. So those were my dark days.
Dude, every day when we put on clothes, we dress like weebs.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
That's right, dude.
Nick, we got about 5 minutes left.
Yeah, dude. You
got a question?
I do. I have a couple, but they're like very intense, fleshed out questions. We got 5 minutes, so I ain't dropping that shit on you today, son.
No worries. Instead, let's talk about Transformers.
Oh, God.
No, I'm joking. I don't think I have anything else to say about Transformers.
Oh, man.
Except that I'm sad that in the movies, Megatron didn't turn into a big fucking gun.
That would have been sick as hell.
Starscream did not fucking turn into a big hand and shoot him.
Oh, God, that would have been fucking funny as hell. No, in the original cartoon, Megatron becomes a gun, and then he just is like Starburns. Starburns. Shout out Community. Good show.
Hashtag 6 seasons in a movie.
He becomes Starscream's fucking gun. Is like, I have a gun now, even though I can become a jet.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
Starscream! Shoot me! Some dumb shit, dude.
Starbomb. They have a great Transformers song.
They do.
Robots
really
in
like
Need
it.
of Disguise.
Oh, I love it.
It's a song about how they decide, the Autobots decide they're going to transform into non-vehicles. In fact, they will transform into mundane objects, and at the end they realize how horrible of a mistake that was, as one of them is a pile of dirt.
Yes.
One of them is a Girl Scout. And all the Autobots, or all the Decepticons, are tanks and jets and giant guns.
It's so oh man,
great song. Starbomb's new album should be coming out end of March.
Oh God, I'm so happy birthday to me.
Yeah,
my birthday is next month.
Hashtag nice.
Hashtag nice.
Hashtag nice. That's pretty good.
Oh man, what a good fucking time, dude.
Nick, let's clean this up.
Let's clean this bitch up.
What did we learn today?
Man, we learned that the best anime of all time is Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, or another anime. Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds.
The best anime of all time
the
is
best
Transformers.
Transformers, Dark of the Moon. That's the third one, I think.
No.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Transformers: Age of Extinction is the fourth one.
Yeah.
But we call it Transformers because it's the fourth one. We learned that Nick gets very heated when talking about Transformers, apparently, and has to go on a rant about how Michael Bay did Grimlock so dirty.
We learned that the best podcast we've ever created is The Lost 30.
The Lost 30.
And no one will ever get to see it.
We could have done anything in those 30 minutes. Nobody knows except us.
Just know that it was the best podcast content
it'll be
you
the
will
best,
never see.
Yeah, it'll be the best podcast you'll never see or hear.
Nope.
I think we're pretty clean, James.
I think we're cleaned up.
We wiped this bitch up real good.
We wiped front to back to front. However you do it, I don't care. Side to side.
You did the thing where you fucking make your hand into a teepee mummy and then just go for it. You like get the position and then
just fucking go
do like
to
a little
town.
hand whirlwind with the toilet paper and you're like, and then you like you give it the good old college wipe.
Yep. Thanks for watching.
I gotta check my mail. I got some Yu-Gi-Oh cards coming.
We'll see you next time.
Catch you on the next ep. Everyone.
Peace.
Bye. Love you.
Love you too.